Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing Altar Tron. It's a sick artifact-based combo deck that's supported by the Tron mana. And what we're doing is we're taking the namesake Ashnod's Altar, which says sacrifice a creature and add 2 mana. It's sort of like KCI in Modern, but it's only for creatures, not any artifacts. So what creature are we going to sacrifice? Over here, Mirror Retriever is our creature to sacrifice because it costs exactly 2 mana, and when it dies, you can return another target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. So we can return Mirror Retriever with the first Mirror Retriever, and that's our loop. Now we have infinite cast and return of Mirror Retrievers, which means we have infinite Storm, so Weather the Storm is turned online for infinite life. We also have Golem Foundry in the deck, 4 of. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you can put a charge counter on Golem Foundry, and you remove 3 charge counters to create a 3/3 colorless Golem artifact creature token. So that gives us infinite 3/3s, and then if we have infinite 3/3 creatures, looking back at Ashnod's Altar, now we have infinite colorless mana. We have Energy Refractor in the deck, which you can filter colorless mana into mana of any color. So with this combo online, now we have infinite mana of any color. So we have infinite mana, infinite creatures, and we have makeshift munitions in the deck that can shoot our opponent infinite times. We also have another infinite combo here with Blood Fountain, because when it you can sacrifice it to return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So you can return 2 Mirror Retrievers with the Blood Fountain, and then sacrifice a Mirror Retriever to return 1 star, for example, and a Blood Fountain using our infinite mana. Draw our deck that way. So a couple combos. And over here we have playing a test card, which is Wizard's Rockets. Check out that art. That's awesome. I had previously only seen the other art, which was kind of nice, but not this awesome. Here we are with the original Wizard's Rockets. That's the upgraded one. Look at that dragon. I'm definitely playing this card today. So what's going on here is that I've modified the list a little bit. I'm cutting from 18 lands back to 17, and I'm going for a ton of Deadly Disputes. I was playing 4 Disputes and 4 Bargains, but what I decided to do was cut one of the 4th Bargain for Mystical Teachings, because Mystical Teachings is effectively another copy of Bargain. It can also be a second copy of it, so it's like having 9 Deadly Disputes in the deck, and it stands in for the Weather the Storms in the main deck, since we're only playing 2 here. So we have a 3rd copy of Weather the Storm, we have another copy of Crop Rotation, etc., etc. But we have now 4 Star, 4 Wizard's Rockets, and 3 Wellsprings, all of which we can use to sacrifice and fuel our Deadly Disputes and Reckoner's Bargains. So Wizard's Rockets, coming back to the card, if you're not familiar with it, it enters the battlefield tapped like Terrarion, but you can pay X of any number, including 0, and then tap it, sacrifice it, and add X mana in any combination of colors. So if for some reason you wanted to tap it for 0, you could do that to draw a card. But because we have tons and tons of mana, sometimes we get stuck on colors, and this has actually been pretty decent. What we do is we just tap all of our lands, assuming we're not going to do stuff on the next turn, we're not going to hold up interaction, and we just filter it all into black, green, red, whatever, blue with teachings. And then we just have excess colored mana with which to do our thing. So I've been enjoying that. It's kind of fun. And then also, because Wizard's Rockets enters the battlefield tapped, that's another reason here to play Makeshift Munitions, because once Munitions is on the table, we can just play and sacrifice the Wizard's Rockets to the Munitions to draw a card. So when you're comboing off, it doesn't really provide a stop as long as you have the Munitions in play. So that's the main deck. And like I said, I cut down to 17 lands. Part of this is because I think that 18 lands can flood a little bit, and when we have all of these card draws in the deck, we can afford to be more discerning with our mulligans and just try to mulligan to a good hand that has Tron mana and a Deadly Dispute, and not kind of like take hands that aren't that good just because we need lands. We'll also like have the crop rotation in order to get into the lands faster. Over here in the sideboard, we've got 4 Nile Spellbombs because terror is literally everywhere. And then, because terror is everywhere, and people are going to be prepared for terror. That's another reason to play Mystical Teachings, because we're playing only one Ancient Grudge in the sideboard, and people are playing up to 4 relics, 4 spell bombs, tons of Bajuka Box, etc. So we can Teachings for our Ancient Grudge and get past that way. We also have 1 Serene Heart for Bogles, and we can loop that with Conjurer's Bauble and search it up with Teachings. So that is another reason to play Teachings. And then we have so this is our like interaction package for Spellbomb, 1 Grudge, 1 Serene Heart. Over here we have our life gain package with 2 more Weather the Storms and 2 Fangren Marauders, and our sweeper package, which is 2 Scatter Shots and 3 Karkplan Shamans. So Mystical Teachings turning on Scattershot being a 3rd copy of Scattershot is going to be very good as well. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be my list moving forward, which you can check out the sideboard guide today on the Patreon, and that'll be updated for this one specifically for the current metagame. So check that out. That's patreon.com/kalikaiz. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the Tron comboing, and I hope you can have some fun with this awesome, sweet Wizards Rockets card. Even if it's not fantastic, it looks really sweet, and I'm excited to play it. All right, let's get into the league. I'll see you there. All right, round 1, we're on the draw versus Mohican Trip, and I forget what they usually play, but I have seen them around. Boros, maybe. Oh, I forgot to say that I'm keeping this hand based on we have Wizard Rockets, and now we have a map. So let's play the map first. With double Rockets, we can sacrifice 1 to get the mana to bargain the other one. We play a Synthesizer, so they are on Boros. Hopefully they're not on the 4 relic version. They flip a Glinthawk and just pick up the Synthesizer for no value, so let's see what they exile. Exiling an Ancient Den. Okay, our best draw there would have been another Tron land. So the question is whether to just play out the... I think I'm going to play out the Rockets here, because this allows me to get them on the table, since they're going to have to untap, and gives me 1 more draw spell to find another Tron land. We play the Synthesizer again, finding a Dawnbringer Cleric. Yeah, we do have to watch out for those. So, like, just free rolling a mirror into the graveyard can be bad in the face of all these clerics. We get in for 2. Okay. Looking for another Tron land up the top. We didn't find one. So if I sacrifice now, I'll go to 5 cards. Then bargain, back up to 7. I can always play the Polluted Mire as a land. Just sacrifice this. It's important to actually click the mana before you're clicking OK. Black, black. Should go black, green, actually. Another Rockets. Let's bargain this one. Draw some cards. Okay, we found a Power Plant. Play another Rocket. This means we'll have Tron next turn, and we can play Golem Foundry. So we can go Golem Foundry, cycle the Mire. Okay, they core Skyfisher, pick up the Synthesizer, find a Blast, and can't cast it. Plays a Thraben Inspector, so they're definitely adding to the table pretty quickly. Gets in for 3. We're looking to combo or find a Weather the Storm probably pretty soon. Blood Fountain. So we Rocket. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to sacrifice the map for Tower. Play that. Play the Foundry. Then I'm just going to cycle. I don't really need the black right now. Pass the turn. They only have 3 men in play. They play a Synthesizer. I have to actually F6 instead of using the passive with no possible play, because I could possibly use the Rockets for 0. They find a land off the Synth, get in for 6, putting us to 10. Synthesizer again, another for Skyfisher. So we are looking to chain again. They're going to hit us for 7 right now next turn. So they've exiled 2 Galvanic Blasts so far. Another Tower. They crack the Rockets. Don't click done there. I almost messed up. I did that on another league. Done. We're going to go red, green, and the rest are black. Play the Tower. Play the Star. We have a couple Deadly Disputes we can cast. We're going to draw a bunch of cards. Dispute the Star. Wellspring's nice. Play the Wellspring. But we want to use a Deadly Dispute here because it only costs us 1 mana. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. I'm going to use the red floating, since I'm making a red off the treasure. There's a Mirror Retriever. Okay, we found the combo. So how do I can actually kill all their creatures here. Technically I have the win. Let's play Altar. Then I'm going to sacrifice a creature. Try to keep as much colored mana around as possible here. Sacrifice this, play Mirror Retriever. Then I'm going to sacrifice the Retriever to get back the Wellspring. That gives me more ability to draw cards. Play another Retriever. And now I'm going to sacrifice the Retrievers here. Let's set up my windows. And I'm building mana until I can cast the second Golden Foundry, because that's going to let me loop faster. Here we're in a little bit of a difficult situation because I'm actually having to click the mana every time, which is sort of annoying. So 5 right now. Make a Golem, sack the Golem, sack the Retriever, get back the Retriever. You can see there's 2 here. We're going to play the Golden Foundry. Done. And now the Golden Foundries have the same number of counters, which is nice. Just makes it a lot easier. And then we have to always yes the other Golden Foundry as well. Okay. I'm going to make a little bit of mana and then start playing out my Ichor Wellspring and disputing it. Looking for a Weather the Storm. If I can find the Weather the Storm, I don't have to actually munitions kill them this turn. Okay. Play the Wellspring. I'm just worried about dying to their flyers at the moment. They have at least 6 damage in the air. Okay, I'm going to bargain the Wellspring. There's an Energy Refractor, so now we can use our extra mana. We've created a crop rotation, so I'll crop this for tower. Go Bobble. And now here we have the full combo with Refractor and Blood Fountain. We can Bobble back the Deadly Dispute just to get that in the deck. Now we can start looping again. Get back the Retriever. I can now make a bunch of golems and then do a little bit of searching for a Weather the Storm or our teachings. So they have 5 or 6 blockers, 22 life. Just making a bunch. So I'll loop for a while. So here in paper, what you do is just say you have the munitions in hand, so you make infinite golems, play the munitions, and shoot them to death, and then it's just over. But here on Magic Online, we are going wild, looping like crazy, trying to actually combo our opponent out. Also, in this spot, the Fire Weaver might be better on Magic Online anyway. And then if you're in paper here, what you can do is you can use the Blood Fountain loop to get back the Conjurer's Bauble. You can use Conjurer's Bauble to put the Polluted Mire back in the deck, so that as you draw through your deck, if you find any Expedition maps, you can sacrifice the map for the Bauble, for the Polluted Mire, and turn the map into a draw card. We've looped a bit. Let's bring in the Retriever. Back Retriever. Looking for Weather. Didn't find it. The Chromatic Star. Looking for red. Oops. Looking for red here. There's a Weather Storm. Okay. Let's just see how many we have. 20. I'll loop a little bit longer and then Weather. Because with the Weather the Storm, we actually need to use 2 golems to use it. Oh no, we can use one of the Mirror Retrievers. Okay. Let's go 3 more loops. Make a Golem, sacrifice the Retriever, get back to my Retriever, Blood Fountain, discard a random land, make a green, cast Weather the Storm, pass the turn. I didn't play out the makeshift munitions just because it wasn't necessary. And they have the Dawnbringer Cleric anyway. We used like 5 minutes of comboing just to set up and make sure that we didn't die. But Storm is 45, so they're probably not going to be able to get us. They were F6'd until I cast Weather Storm, and now they're just hanging out. Alright, discard to hand size. We can't just spam all the golems because they could have Parkland Shaman. Okay. Now I'm holding control, putting all the golems on a stack. There we go. Now just F6. And then I'll do my turn, yield until second main, which will pass directly into the combat step, and I can just attack with everything. Just maximizing all my seconds. They have 5 blockers, so they're taking 33. And if they do somehow manage to live through this, we have makeshift munitions to clean it up. So we just do right-click attack all, press OK, send it. Now one thing they can do to use time would be to double block or triple block, but they just don't block. Take it. 26, we're at 149. That was turn 5. A lot easier in paper. So let's bring in Fanging Marauders and the Ancient Grudge. The first Boros decks, I usually bring in the Marauders because putting out a bunch of golems doesn't stop them very much. And then I think I'm going to cut the crop rotations here, at least one of them. We can teach this to the other one potentially. We'll just get rid of both crop rotations. You don't really want to get rid of crop rotations versus a fast deck matchup, but this matchup is kind of medium, obviously, since it's mid-range. So we should have enough time to set up. We'll cut those. Could also consider bringing in the scatter shot over the makeshift munitions. And then, since we're not really going to close the game with the munitions anyway, scatter shot can clear their board, and we can get it with the teachings. But munitions helps us fuel our card draw. It's also weak to the Dawnbringer. Let's try bringing in the scatter shot this time. Submit. Just because I have this teachings package, might as well go for it and try it out. Okay, we opened Natural Tron. Well, not Natural Tron. We opened a map into tower. You know what I'm saying. Turn 3 Tron is what I'm trying to say. Expedition map, go. So, this is basically, do you have Cast Into the Fire? They played Ancient Den. They have the Cast Into the Fire. Okay. So, play out the Wellspring. Still not that big of a deal. We're making our land drops. They play a Lembas. They must have kept their hand on the strength of having a turn 2 Cast Into the Fire, which is fine. We got more maps in the deck. Dorado, let's see what's on top. Looking for a mine. Altar we can put on the bottom. We have another one of those already. So then the thing is we could either Rockets into Refractor or hold up Bargain. I think I'm just going to play the Refractor, draw a card. Oh, this is an issue with Dust to Dust, so maybe that was a problem. I thought about that after I played the Refractor out. I think they've been on mostly Cast Into the Fires over Dust to Dust, but we'll see what's up. Another Power Plant. Rockets. So here we've cleared our hand, meaning that the Reckoner's Bargains will be fine. We play a Synthesizer into a Krark. And we can play the Krark out. Pretty expected. Glinhawk. So Krark-Clan Shaman can waste a lot of time against us, or waste a lot of our time by sacrificing and then clearing our board, which is why having makeshift munitions or scattershot is very good. Play the Power Plant, play a Star, and pass the turn. My plan is to just Reckoner's Bargain the Wellspring, and then untap with 8 cards in hand. Also +3 life, so we'll just be at 19. They put us to 17 here. Or Skyfisher is going to pick up the Synthesizer. Try to always yield. They fight a Bolt. Bolt us. Once we get the Fangor Marauder in play, it's going to really put us out of range. There's the Relic. Pretty classic. So do I want to bargain? So I'm going to bargain the Wellspring. So if we find our combo pieces right now in hand, we can beat the Relic. Just in hand, Scattershot, and Expedition Map. Okay, pass the turn. Go map, back the map, the mine, play the mine. I'm just going to pass again. I don't care if they relic my map, and then, so they just don't use the relic. They know it's a thing, but they just don't know how to do it. Synthesizer, okay, finds a Barbed Batterfist. The Storm is 2. If I Reckoner's Bargain into Scattershot, that would kill the Quark and the Glinthawk and the Rebel token. Is that worth it? Not right now. Alright, we'll take 5. You can also Reckoner's Bargain into Weather the Storm. Gain a bunch of life. Then next turn go for it. Or this coming turn we can just go Fang and Marauder and then start doing things and gain even more life. So that's probably the best play. So it's going to be Reckoner's Bargain on the Star into untap. And then play the Fang and Marauder. Then see what happens. Okay, they finally attack after a couple of minutes. Take 5. And 11. Relic my map. Black. Reckoner's Bargain the Star. Go to 12. Drop 2 cards. Let's cycle the Polluted Mire. And a Deadly Dispute. And play the Star. Make it green. Play the Fang and Marauder. Pass the turn. Play Synthesizer. Finding a Core Skyfisher. Fang and Marauder should be able to buy us a ton of time. Core Skyfisher. Gonna pick up something. Synthesizer. Okay. Finds a land. So I get to play their land and gain a life. They can replay the Synth if they want. They attack. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to Deadly Dispute right now. Gain 5 life. So we're going to take 2 damage. Draw. Okay, we find Wizard's Rockets and a Foundry. I'm going to Relic. I'll just get rid of the Polluted Mire. Could also get rid of the Reckoner's Bargain. Draw. Now we have almost the combo. Still trying to chill on it though. Play this. Sacrifice it for a tower. Gain 5. Play the Grotto. Okay, they scoop to the Fang and Marauder, which is nice. Thanks. We'll see you in round 2. Right, we're here in round 2 on the draw, but we have turn 3 Tron via Expedition Map, so I'm going to keep it. Looks like they're on mono red. Okay, they're on aggro mono red, sacrificing their first land just to play 3/1/1s. Go land into map. We do have Weather the Storm, so we can play the tower, get the Tron mana, and then turn 3 go Foundry Rockets, cycle maybe, and then turn 4 sacrifice the Rockets, do some teachings, Weather Storm shenanigans. Fortunately, we don't have a sweeper. Land, map, grabbing our mine. Now they're going to attack for 4. The worst case scenario for us would be Bushwhacker. They don't have it right now. We're looking for a 3rd artifact so we can actually put up a blocker. Mirror Retriever. Yeah, that does give us the artifacts. Bone Foundry. Rocket. Into a rocket. Into Mirror Retriever. Pass the turn. So if they have Bushwhacker here, we're going to take 8. No. Yep. 8. Because they can go land, Epicure, Bushwhacker. So it'd be 8 and 9 total. Click here. We go to 11. Lucky, well, they do have Ren's Resolve, so this might not be the all-in version. The Medvedev version doesn't really play Ren's Resolve, I believe. And this deck goes really wide. It's also super weak to Clan Shaman. I spent a full minute putting Voldaren Epicure trigger on the stack. Must have had to walk away for a second. Okay, will they attack? Swings. Make a golem. Block and block. Take 2. I like to block the creatures and then leave the tokens for later, but tokens don't matter that much. You discard a mountain with a blood token. Chain lightning us. We can't pay. Find a mine. You can go map. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can crack the rockets. Done. Green, blue, and black. Teachings. Get Deadly Dispute. Deadly Dispute. The rocket. We draw a Refractor, which is awesome. Play a Bauble. And then we're gonna go ahead and Bauble back the Deadly Dispute. And then cast a Weather the Storm. Back to 21. All their hard work. So now we can sacrifice the Expedition map, maybe on upkeep. I'll sacrifice it on upkeep to get, and they scoop it up. Yeah! Go. Now for sideboarding, we're bringing in all of our life gain. Clan Shamans, the Ancient Grudge. We're going to cut the combo, and then we're leaving the Makeshift Munitions as a way to combo them. We don't necessarily need... So now I have too many cards. We don't need the Bauble. We don't need to loop the Makeshift Munitions. So the question is, do I want to cut a Refractor or a Wellspring? Wellspring synergizes with Kark better, so I'm going to trim a Refractor and submit. So the idea is that we're going to gain as much life as possible, wipe the board, loop the board wipes, until we eventually find our combo of shoot you for 3 mana and get, like we play a Mirror Retriever, we shoot them with the Mirror Retriever, that costs 3 total mana, it gets back another Mirror Retriever. So for every 3 mana we are shooting them for 1 with the Makeshift Munitions. Okay, what do we got here? We have turn 3 Tron with Crop. We have turn 1 Wizard's Rockets. I'm going to keep this. Play Mine Rockets. Turn 2, play 2 more stars. Turn 3, I have the Swamp. I can sacrifice, turn into a Tron land, and then hopefully find Deadly Dispute into some stuff to do. There's a Weather Storm, so now I'm feeling relatively safe. Man, this Wizard Rockets art is sweet. Look at that dragon. Yeah. Remember in the Lord of the Rings book, I think maybe it was the movie. They're like fireworks where all there's dragons and things flying around. So a wizard can make some sweet fireworks. Okay. Gets in for 1. We find a Fangor Marauder. Play star. Pass the turn. They're discarding a Cast into the Fire. Getting in for 4. Okay, so I guess it just depends what we want to do here. We can land, sacrifice this for green, drop this. We have enough mana to go just crack this for green, play the Fangor Marauder, crack another one, play the star. So green, crop this, power plant, find a Retriever. Marauder comes down. Actually, sacrifice it for 0. Sacrifice for 1. Green. We gotta always yes to the Fangor Marauder, otherwise it takes a ton of time. We have a Marauder, Chromatic Star. We're back at 19. They can't kill the Marauder this turn, most likely. And we can play Mirror Retriever into Bargain the Mirror Retriever. They scoop it to the Fagin Marauder. That's 2 in a row with Fagin Marauder. On to round 3. Round 4, or 3? Round 3, sorry. Versus Ivor and OP. Well, we have turn 3 again from a map, so we're doing it. Do not remember what they were on. I saw this person recently as well. Mine is just land, map, land, tower, land, and then see what happens. Most people aren't going to have a way to deal with the Golem Foundry in the main decks. We can just run that out. If they have potential Journey to Nowheres or like Dawnbringers, we might not want to play the Mirror Retriever. We don't have anything to get back from with the Retriever other than the map. And then on turn 4, we can play the Swamp to Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever to get back the map potentially as well. Land, map. What are you on, opponent? Okay, so they were on Jeskai Ephemerate at least one time. Let's pass the turn. I hope they're not on Jeskai Ephemerate. Blue, red. Appears to be some sort of affinity deck. Grab a tower. Tower, Golem Foundry, Mirror Retriever. Pass the turn. We have double Deadly Dispute effects. We can crop rotation our Swamp into maybe the Grotto, or we can just get the Grotto off the Expedition map. Maybe just Grixis Affinity. Okay, we find a Grotto. The question is, well, I'm going to put the crop on the bottom. Do I want to just Deadly Dispute right now? I think so. Because I want to draw some cards, get myself going. Another Golem Foundry. Okay, play that. They can't Metallic Rebuke it right now. They decide not to anyway. Play another Expedition map, so now we get more counters. And then, looks like they're not doing anything. So we could just Reckoner's Bargain the map, or pass the turn. I think I'm going to pass. Our deck is very good against Grixis Affinity, but it depends also on whether or not they're playing 4 Nile Spellbombs in the main deck. And that's another reason for us to be playing the sideboard Grudge with the Teachings. I think right now I'm not going to put a Golem Foundry token in front of this Mirror Enforcer, because I want to be able to have the option to bargain it, I think, or double block the Mirror Enforcer. We take 4, 2 mana. They Deadly Dispute their Blood token, make a treasure, so they've got 2 treasures, and a 4/4. 8 cards in hand. Somehow they're not playing anything else. And they pass the turn. I was going to map for the Polluted Mire, and we draw it. Alright, cycle. So now my map is not really useful. Now I just want to bargain the map. Draw 2. Mirror Retriever's good. As long as they don't have our Nile Spellbomb friend. That's the turn. They play a Great Furnace. Or a Clan Shaman. Okay. So since they played the Krark, I'm going to just block. Get back my Mirror Retriever. They Reckoner's Bargain the Shaman. It's kind of interesting. There's a Frogmite. Another Mirror Enforcer. Okay. So they're giving us a window to gain 15. Do I want to gain 15 here? I think I'm going to go for a crop rotation. Cropping this. Swamp. We don't need the swamp. Grabbing the Grotto. That way I can get a Scry. Power plant on the bottom. And now I can gain 18. That's the turn. So we're looking for an altar right now. Munitions would also be good. Okay, so we just whiff the Mirror Retriever, the Power Plant, pass the turn. So far we've drawn 19 cards. We've seen 2 Deadly Disputes. The Reckoner's Bargain looks like a token, a treasure token. Plays a Thoughtcast. Somber Harvard Guard. So this is an old Luffy list. Chromatic Star. I don't know if Luffy's still playing Somber Avant-Garde, but Luffy de Chapeau de Palha, he is the like go-to for Affinity lately. Play a 3/3, make another 3/3. Now my plan is to block and block. Double block over here. They can get back the Karkline Shaman, or kill one of my tokens. They kill a token. Still not taking any damage. I get to get back my Mirror Retriever. Kind of just stalled out for me. We have a lot of mana and nowhere to go. Find a Wizard's Rockets. Play a Rocket. Get some tokens. I think our best draw here might be a Teachings. Just so we can Teachings for Deadly Dispute twice. Mirror Retriever. Well, actually, the best draw would just be the Altar. I'm yielding until attacks. We play in Wellspring, draw a card. Back with everything. Alright, make a Golem. We're going to block the 4/4 and kill the Frogmite. Take 7. We're definitely flooding out. Okay, they Galvanic Blast, so that's 2 Gal Blasts down. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Once again, next turn, we're just going to have another Mirror Retriever and another token. Another Golem Foundry is very welcome. So now any artifact we play gives us basically a Golem. Play a Mirror Retriever. Always yes. And then I'm going to just crack this Wizard's Rockets now. Float a bunch of mana. Blue, red, green, black. Draw a card. Probably going to draw nothing. Draw a map. Pick a map. And then go ahead and grab a Tron land. Tower. Play the tower. Definitely flooding out. Your turn. They play Seed of the Synod. Seems like they have no card draw on their deck right now. We're going to make 2 golems in response to the attacks. And F6. Once again, block, double block. And let's see what happens. Do you have another Galblast? Looks like not this time. Go grab back the Retriever. And they have the onboard Blood Fountain to get back Karkline Shaman and Mirror Enforcer. Plays a Gurmag Angler. Alright. Next for red, cycles it into black to draw a card. 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana. So they are going to Blood Fountain this turn. The Blood Fountain back the Krark and the Mirror Enforcer. Play the Mirror Enforcer. Plays the Krark. And munitions will be great here. Find another expedition map. Bro. Map again. Grab a tower again. It's sort of like drawing 2 cards, except we drew a land. Pass the turn. No attacks. So our gain 15 was pretty useful. There's a Kenku. We're getting run over. We need a Deadly Dispute. We're going for the attacks. I'm going to put out 1 Golem. There's a lot of damage. We will block here. Block this and block this. So let's see if they want to Krark this turn. They're probably just trying to set up a lethal attack. Right now that's 6, 10, 11, 12. Either Gurmag Angler dies. We get back the Mirror Retriever. Pass the turn. Come on! No! Pass the turn again. So in response to the attacks, we're going to make 1 Golem. So that way we can block the 2 Mirror Enforcers and the other stuff. They want to crack. They have to kill their Frogmite. Next with everything. Make a Golem. Put a blocks. So they're going to sacrifice 3 to kill my Golems. Okay. Get back Retriever. So now we're going to take 10 again. We make a Golem. Pass the turn. This flood has been bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of our lands. The Galblast, that is 13. Okay. 14. Draw a card. That's pretty rough. Hanging Marauder's in. Crop Rotation's coming out. We need the Ancient Grudge. Can probably... Let's see, they might counter the munitions. I think we just got kind of hosed there by bad variants. I'm gonna get rid of one Refractor. Submit. Need all maximum for card draw and stuff. That was pretty disappointing. On to the next. Let's go. We would like to play first. So we have turn 3 Tron, Dragon Marauder. I'm keeping. Ashnod's Altar's not going to do very much early. We know they're going to bring in Nihil Spell Bombs and stuff. We're going to go land map, turn 3 Tron, Rocket. Your turn. And we are definitely looking for Deadly Disputes now. We have turn 3 Tron anyway. Play Rockets. So I think we just go for the Grotto. Play that. Interesting. Let's go for the Grotto. And then that can set up a Scry. Don't want that. That's the turn. And we have to watch out for Cast Down on the Fangren Marauder. They play a Wellspring. Give the third land drop. They do. Into Thoughtcast. We have another Rocket. So we can Golem Foundry into Altar. Get that on the table, play another Rocket, pass the turn. They have 4 mana now. There's a Somber Hover Guard, Mirror Enforcer, Arcane Shaman. We sacrifice this for green-black. Black and green. They mine. Play Fangren Marauder. Sacrifice this. Red-green, I guess. Gain some life. Ludenmeyer's not great. Play Star. Sacrifice. Black. Need some more life. Okay. That doesn't help that much. I'm gonna cycle. Nothing. Okay. That's the turn. So we're protected against the Chainer's Edict with the Golem Foundry, potentially. We can gain a decent amount of life right here. They use a Deadly Dispute, so we gain 5 life. Okay. Thoughtcast. We've drawn 16 cards, no Deadly Disputes. Plays a land. So if they find a Galvanic Blast, they can go Gal Blast plus Kark for 1. And if we do that, we'll just go Golem Foundry, crack the Wizard's Rockets for green, and they sacrifice their Kark Shaman, go for the Gal Blast, make a creature, sacrifice, gain a bunch of life, sacrifice this, you go black and green. Ooh, okay, this Reckoner's Bargain, that guy. Gain some more life. Your turn. Well, I mean, it's still their turn. Now they can attack for 7. And we've got Energy Refractor. Draw a card. Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. Oy vey. Just nothing. They attack for 7. Or 8. No, 7. Counting's hard. 5 mana for them, 1,000,000 for us. Plays a Mirror Enforcer for 1. Draw a card. Thank you. Okay, Reckoner's Bargain, the Wellspring. Draw 3. Gain 2. Go to 44. Come on, let it resolve. You negate this, I'm going to be sad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ugh. Fine. Blood Fountain. Okay. Black. Play the Blood Fountain. So now we could Fountain back the Marauder. I'm not sure if that's where I want to be right now. Let's Blood Fountain this. Blood token, I mean. That's the turn. If we find a Mirror Retriever, we can play the Retriever, get back a Wellspring, and then get back a Retriever from Marauder, and then play the Mirror Retriever and get back the Blood Fountain. They attack for 11. They're playing like the worst possible negate art. That's okay. They just want the cheaper spell. They bargain their Card-Flying Shaman, go to 21 life. Play their own Blood Fountain. I'm just going to pass the turn. Find another Fang Marauder. Green. Play that guy out. Land go. I'm just sitting on the Golden Foundry in case they have a Chainer's Edict. They've used 1 Galvanic, 2 Krarks. They can get back their Krarks with the Blood Fountain. There's a Nile Spellbomb. It's frustrating. It's in for 3. Okay. There's a Gear Seeker Serpent. We have 3 cards in hand. We find a Mirror Retriever. Doesn't really help me though. I guess I'm playing the Retriever here. So the Blood Fountain is supposed to help us fight through the spell bombs, but it's not really that useful at the moment. Get in for 8. Okay. Go to 20. Another altar. Doesn't do anything. Play it out. Looking for a Teachings or an Ancient Grudge. We get in for 8 again. We're going to take it. 12. Okay, we find the Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge is Spellbomb. But if they have removal for the Mirror Retriever, it's going to be an issue. We're going to crack the Spellbomb now. Gain 5 life. We're going to say always yes. Exile my graveyard. Okay. So now I can sacrifice the Mirror Retriever for no value. Gain 5 life. And then black. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Play it again. Sacrifice. So we're doing a little bit of a slow loop here. This is building up blood tokens. Play Blood Fountain. Let's token away the Weather the Storm. Chromatic Star, okay. Play the Star. Correct for black. Need some life. Second Mirror Retriever. So this is the... So now we just... Green. It doesn't matter right now. Play the Mirror Retriever. So now I guess I draw my deck a little bit. Looking for... Retriever. They scoop it up. Okay. So we now have infinite life. That's nice of them to concede there. There's going to be a lot of issues with actually like trying to get to time. I think it's fine the way it is. I'll submit it. Now we're on the draw. Okay, Reckoner's Bargain in hand is good. We have a map. I'm gonna go Grotto and Scry and play the map. Okay, never mind. Mine, land, map. Turn 2, crack for power plant. They play a Wellspring. Find another map. Grab our power plant. So we can play the power plant and then map for the Polluted Mire and cycle immediately. They've got a Hover Guard. Land, map, crack, Polluted Mire, cycle. a Deadly Dispute. Don't think I want to play the Mirror Retriever right now. Pass the turn. I think I would rather be able to Deadly Dispute it. We are under pressure already from their Somber Harvard Delver, basically. 3 is a decent chunk of life. Attacks for 3. Okay. I'm looking for Fangin' Marauder or Weather Storm. Can't block that profitably. We play Chromatic Star and Chromatic Star, so they don't have Negate up at the moment. They have a Teachings. Okay, I'll play the Grotto. See what's on top. Weather the Storm, I'll keep that. Mirror Retriever. Let's Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back a map. Draw 2 cards. Play the map. Then I'm going to pass, I think. We could gain 12 life here, but I don't think that's where I want to be. We're just looking for more things to Deadly Dispute, to Reckoner's Bargain and stuff. Plays a Thoughtcast. Can't do anything right now. I'm going to pass. 2 mana. They're Deadly Disputing their Chromatic Star, drawing a bunch of cards. They have 8 cards in hand. They've already drawn 20 cards and it's turn 5. Plays a land. Nile Spellbomb. So that's annoying. Not the end of the world. Cracks the Star to cycle. Plays a Gurmag Angler. Gets in for 3. We're at 14. Play the Blood Fountain. Storm 1. We're going to loot. Discard a land. Reckoner's Bargain. Bargain the map. Refractor's great. Refractor. Draw a card. Play Chromatic Star. Green. Weather Storm, gain 15. But now we have another tower set up. I gotta get through this Spellbomb. They play Kenku. Get in for a lot. Play another Spellbomb. Kind of annoying. So they have a lot of damage. Let's bargain the Star. Looking for Fangin' Marauder now. Play the Wizard's Rockets. Bargain the Rockets. They're considering casting a Negate here. If we play the Golem Foundry, then they have to they probably negate that. They did not negate that. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they would need 4 Galblasts right now. I'm going to draw a card with the Energy Refractor. That's the turn. I think this is going to probably be a problem. Deadly Dispute. I'm not really sure how I'm going to win here. Play a Wellspring. They have 4 mana available, 5 with the bridge. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. 5 cards in hand. Reckoner's Bargain the Wellspring. 7 minutes on clock. Plays a Mirror Enforcer. So we're taking lethal next turn. In the tower. Teachings. What are we going to get? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get Deadly Dispute and draw cards. Or we can go for the Ancient Grudge. And then we have to go 3, 4, 5. Grudge, Grudge. Can't block everything. This is 6 in the air. If they have a Galblast, we're dead. Deadly Dispute the Refractor. 9. Teachings. This is where they should counter. They didn't counter. Green. Pass Weather Storm. Gain 12. Right now we're going to take a million more damages. We're not even counting 5, 10, 16. So dead to 2 Galblasts. And they've got it. Yeah, so like everyone's very prepared and we didn't run very well, I think. Not sure what happened there. Oh well, they definitely got me. We'll go to match 4. We're 2-1 going into round 4. think this hand is not really keepable. We're gonna mulligan. Just had too many lands and not enough to going on. I guess I'm gonna keep this. So is the munitions better than the foundry? Probably. Go land, pass. So we have a redraw. We draw a colored source, we can munitions and then crack the Ichor Wellspring and the Mirror Retriever. Forest. Bogles, okay. Wellspring, draw a card. So we're looking for Tron. And now we have Mirror Retrievers. So Altar would be infinite golems. We still have to get more lands though. They have an abundant growth on the Ash Barrens and an ethereal armor. Alright. What do we get? Mine. So let's play Golem Foundry and pass. Here's just not a trample. 8. Ancestral Mask. Yikes. Mirror Retriever. That's the turn. So if they have a trample effect, we're dead. Or a ram through or anything. They got it. Bing, bang, boom, gotcha. So now we get to bring in the Karkland Shamans, all of our life gain, all of our Marauders, and Serene Heart, cutting the entire combo package, and the makeshift munitions. We need the bauble. So do we want to cut the Refractor or the Wellspring? I think it's going to be the Refractor. Could also be 1 Rockets. Cut 1 Rockets. Probably is the weakest card. So we're just looking for fast Tron plus life gain into wipe the board with Karkland Shaman and eventually attack them to death with the Fang Marauders and the Mirror Retrievers. We want the bauble so that we can replay the Serene Heart. It is a plan. It is a plan. Okay, we're on the play this time. We have to be discerning. Mulligan, double tower, weather the storm. I think we have to keep this, unfortunately, but not great. We're gonna put back the Blood Fountain, go Wizard's Rockets into Wellspring, and then bargain the Wellspring, hoping to draw into more Tron lands, etc., etc. Okay, keep bottom. They mulligan to 6. Are they gonna keep going? All right, they keep 6. Land Rockets go. Pretty fancy. A different forest. Find a Krark. Play the Wellspring. You find a map. So this might be a moment to actually just Krark them. Play an Abundant Growth. Rancor. You play the map. And sacrifice this for red. Yay. Find a power plant. Play another Rockets. Play Karkland Shaman. Sacrifice the Wellspring. And pass. We got 1 of their creatures off the table. If they mulligan to a single creature, then we're in a great spot. They probably have another one though. But at least we set them back a little bit. Now we can crack for the mine, play the star, and then look to Reckoner's Bargain into Weather the Storm. I don't think we can do that this current turn. Another scout. So weather, map. Here's the mine. Play the mine. Play the star. Rockets. One. I'm gonna go black, green, black, black. Maybe I should have been red. Okay, we have Reckoner's Bargain. Draw some cards. And a tower. We do have the Refractor, so I'm not worried about colors anymore. And now I can play Weather the Storm, or I can play Mirror Retriever. I'm going to play the Mirror Retriever because the Weather Storm is going to be bigger next turn. Gaining 9 right now. So they Utopia Sprawl their Forest. Plays a Rancor. They're going to decline to attack. That's pretty expected. Let's go star into refractor. Correct this for black. Another retriever. For the rockets. Play the retriever. So do we just double? Let's crop rotation here to get a scry land. See what's on top. Bottom the tower. And then make a green. Make another green. Cast Weather the Storm, and then cast Weather the Storm again. And then I'm going to attack you. Then 1. You're at 19. 1, 2, 3. So we're really looking for that Serene Heart now. They're going to play an Armadillo Cloak. No, Ancestral Mask, so that's 11 damage. I'm still going to block so I can get back the Ichor Wellspring. Soak up 1 damage. Get back the Wellspring. Play that. Draw a card. Cycle this. Land. I'm going to sack the rockets and make some colors. Blue, black, green, and nothing. Dang, that's bad. I guess no attacks. Pass the turn. They turn it sideways. We're flooding out pretty bad in every game. Get back Retriever again. We're looking for a Deadly Dispute so we can draw 3 off the Wellspring. There's a free Wind Falcon. Hey, we found the Deadly Dispute. Doink. Deadly Dispute here. It's flying and protection from red. I mean, protection from red doesn't matter. It's just the flying that matters, really. Alright, play a Wellspring again. Green. Make a Marauder. Let's Deadly Dispute again. We're gaining life off the Marauder. We do have to be worried about a ram through on the Marauder now, though. Another Deadly Dispute. Another Marauder. So let's play this Mirror Retriever. Pass the turn. Now we can start attacking them, as long as they don't suit up their free Wind Falcon. We're at 47. So this turn we're going to go Marauder, map for a tower, gain 10 life, and then Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever or something after attacking. They have the ram through, don't they? They're highly considering what to ram through. It's the Marauder. Ram through the Marauder, buddy. They play all the glitters on the Falcon, so they did not have a Fang Marauder, or a ram through. Gets in for 20. We have a Serene Heart. Okay, so we can punk him a little bit. Doot. Green. Make a green. Play Fang Marauder. They map. The question is, I guess it doesn't matter that much, right? Always yes. Grab another tower, play the tower. We're going to attack with everything. And then make a black. Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever, get back a Mirror Retriever. Okay. Play Mirror Retriever. So now we can play out the Krark-Clan Shaman. It's not going to matter that much. Let's just pass. Right now I'm trying to wait as long as possible before using the Serene Heart because I want to make sure I get as many enchantments off the table as possible. Could also like really blow them out if they play a life gain spell. Here's the Armadillo Cloak. Yep. Green. Serene Heart. Let's see if they just scoop right now. The Rancor is going to go back to hand, so they can make this a 3-1. They scooped it up. Okay. So their flyer has protection from red, which means that we can't do anything about that. And our plan is probably fine. As long as we can continue to loop the Serene Heart, we can attack. I guess there's a possibility that we want to makeshift munitions. I think it's just good as is. Submit. Okay, we have a no-lander. We mulligan. I'm going to keep this against better judgment. Because what do we got? We have all the pieces we need. And then I'm going to put back the weather. We're pretty likely to hit a land, but we could always just whiff, and you can see why not keeping a one-lander is a mistake. Our opponent's considering their turn one play. They tapped and untapped their forest, and tapped it again. Play Utopia Sprawl, turn one. Probably choosing white. If we don't draw a land, we have to play the Chromatic Star so we can draw again. We're 70% to hit a land if we draw for turn. Play star, pass the turn. So next turn we can crack the star, draw another card, play the bauble, draw another card. So we'll draw 3 cards the next turn. There's all the glitters. Right for green. Oh, guys, why didn't you tell me not to do that? Dang. They're casting a Commune with Spirits. Best case scenario, we find a Tron land. So, I have a mask for 8. Yep, we're just dead. Okay. On to the next one. Concede, let's look at the top. My rule was never keep a one-lander, and I did not follow the rule. Round 5, we're fighting for that 3-2 versus Archer Costa, who is previously a mono-red grinder. And we have land. Good luck, have fun. Please don't pawn it. Please don't pawns with me. Like Grotto, looking for a land on top. Bargain key. Pass. So we're gonna draw the bargain. Play and cycle. We're gonna cycle the bauble. Probably on blue-white affinity or heroic. Bauble, cycle. Find a map. Play the map. That's the turn. Looks like it's probably heroic here. Cartouche. Things getting big. 3 damage. We kind of have to combo this deck out. Now we have. So we sort of can crop right now, but it doesn't do anything. Let's deadly dispute the rockets. There's a weather the storm. Another wizard's rockets. Green. Crop this. Get the power plant. Play the wizard's rockets out. Pass the turn. I wonder if we'll be able to kill the Vault Scourge with our artifacts. Likely not, huh? All the glitters, that's 9 damage, 10, 11 damage. So now that Vault Scourge is way out of range. I get in for 11. Go to 30, I'm at 6. Step 1, play a Wellspring. I'm going to crack the map. Get a tower, play the tower. 6 mana. Crack this. Red, black, green. Much more black. I'm going to Reckoner's Bargain, gain 2 life on the Wellspring. Draw rockets and Wellspring. So let's play the rockets. Chromatic Star. And the Weather Storm. Blink. So we gain 15. We're going to get hit for 11. So that did not get us that much time. They play a land. Sentinel's Eyes makes it 13 damage. Once again, we're just Deadzo. Plays a Deathblade Elite. The Golden Foundry. The Ichor Wellspring. We need more life gain somehow. Back for red. Munitions. Shoot this. Draw a card. Crack all this. black, green. I'm just going to cycle a couple stars here, looking for a Weather the Storm. Another star. Correct for black. Alright, they got us. Guess we could potentially find crop rotation, but that doesn't. I'd have to find crop rotation, star, and weather storm. I don't have that much. Fair enough. So we want the Serene Heart, and then the Karkline Shaman doesn't really matter. We want the Weather the Storms. I'm going to go down on combo pieces. I think I'm going to get rid of the munitions. And then the plan is to eventually put a bunch on the table. Not sure if that'll work. Karkline Shaman doesn't do anything versus them though. Versus Heroic. Things just get too big. Okay, we're on the play. I'm gonna keep. I can deadly dispute the Mirror Retriever with the rockets to get back the rockets. Play the Grotto. Find a mine. So I can play. I'm still gonna go rockets turn 1. Turn 2 Retriever. Turn 3 map, crack map. There's a Vault Scourge. So there's the flyer that would not be able to deal with. Play the mine. Mirror Retriever. Has the turn. So they have a Hyena Umbra making that big. Now it's even bigger. 4/4. Okay. We got a 22. A tower. Map. Grab our power plant. And attack. They have a Laguna Band. Sentinel's Eyes making that a 6/6. So probably we want to just deadly dispute the rockets. We have a Reckoner's Bargain though. So let's go black, black, crack this. Make a bunch of black. Find a Weather Storm. So let's deadly dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back the rocket. I am liking being able to float a bunch of mana with the Wizard's Rockets. It's definitely an upgraded terrarion. Play the rocket again. Reckoner's Bargain. Draw. Okay. So we have 4 mana available. So we'll go Blood Fountain, Matic Star, and Weather the Storm. Gain 18. We're at 29. They attack for 6. Okay. Luckily it's just 6. Plays a land. Plays another Vault Scourge. 1 card in hand. We're going to tower. Map. Crack it for the Looted Mire. Cycle. We're just assessing all our options before we do anything else. Let's Blood Fountain, discarding a land. Grotto. Okay, I'm just going to Reckoner's Bargain here. Draw some cards. Another Reckoner's Bargain. Alright, so pass. We could Blood Fountain back the Mirror Retriever and play it and then dispute it. Bargain it. Have the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Blood Fountain. We get hit for 7 again. We're at 17. I'm gonna play Grotto and see what's on top. Don't want to land. So the first step is to bobble. Get back a Deadly Dispute. Try to Fingered Marauder. Do I have enough mana to do all this? Not right now. Play Fingered Marauder. Pass the turn. So hopefully Marauder is going to keep us alive for a little while. So we can find the Serene Heart and then start attacking them. They get hit for 7 again. They're at 44. My turn. Okay, Mirror Retriever. And then we can bargain the Retriever. So then the retriever can get back a random artifact and be the star. So now we can do the slow blood fountain loop. Draw, play the star, crack it for black, gain more life. Blood fountain back the 2 retrievers, gain more life. So we are definitely just stalling here. And we have 5 mana. Play the rockets, play the refractor, draw a card, and mirror retriever. So now we're at 27. We have double Weather the Storm. We need an Ashnod's Altar here. 14 power flyer. All the glitters. Oh my goodness. So now we're at 13. 12. Plays a land. We're taking actions. We're trying to maximize our stuff. Our opponent's like, play enchantment attack. Game through. We're going to gain some life off the map. Grab a land out of our deck. Don't want any more lands. Tower. Play the tower. Now we're going to Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Getting back the Blood Fountain. We also have to win before we deck. Okay, that's actually good for us. So let's green, rock this, our plant, play Mirror Retriever, play Blood Fountain, and I'm going to attack. Okay, you're going to block, and I'm going to green, blow up all your enchantments. So this is going to take the Vault Scourge off the table. It's going to stop them from gaining a million billion life, but they can still Sentinel's Eyes on their Laguna Band. So we really want to be able to just, we need to Conjurer's Bauble over and over again to try to put stuff on the bottom of our deck so that when we actually get to the point where we make golems. Okay, they're going to give their all the glitters indestructible. That doesn't make sense. Okay, it's still 5/5, but it's not a, it doesn't have first strike though, so it's going to die. Blood Fountain, get back, Mirror Retriever for Marauder. And I pass the turn, I guess. Now the Sentinel's Eyes is going to come back. Attack for 2. Yep. We're 25 cards in library. We're grinding them out. Make it green. Banging Marauder comes back. We're going to Blood Token. Just discard a land. We're looking for the Ashnod's Altar. Play Wizard's Rockets. Play Mirror Retriever. And I'm going to attack. Okay, they don't do anything. I'll sacrifice this. Done. Green, green, black. Doesn't really matter. A star. Just cycle the star for black. Boop. We're gonna gain some life. There's Ashnod's Altar, so we can also Ashnod's Altar. Sacrifice this one. Get back the Blood Fountain. Sacrifice this one. Get back the Bauble. Play the Bauble. Put back the Serene Heart. Lay the Blood Fountain. Get back the 2 Mirror Retrievers. Then I'll play the Mirror Retrievers. Play the Mirror Retriever. Sacrifice the Retriever. Get back the Blood Fountain. Black. Play the Blood Fountain. And pass. They're at 66 life. So now we're just trying to just continuously bobble stuff back to slow loop our deck. Don't really want to blood token things. I'm trying to dig for my Golem Foundry. Play Refractor, draw a card, land, play Mirror Retriever. I'm going to attack. They take it, okay. So sacrifice Mirror Retriever, get back Bobble, play the Bobble, Bobble something random. I guess a Polluted Mire. We have an Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. Play the map. So this is where bobbling back the Polluted Mire worked out, because I can now get the Mire again. I only have one land left in the deck. Cycle. Although this did hose me a little bit, because now my deck is not ordered anymore. So that was a mistake probably. Let's Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Another Deadly Dispute. The Serene Heart again. Through the Retriever. Get back the Bauble. Play the Bauble. Put back something. Get back my Retrievers again. Oh man. Black. Whatever. Play the Retrievers again. This is match 5. Kiddo just got up. Get back Blood Fountain. Play the Blood Fountain again. Blood Fountain. Get back our 2 Mirror Retrievers. Sacrifice the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Blood Fountain. We sure are doing things. Play the Blood Fountain again. And pass. I'm going to get rid of this land and the 2 weathers. Opponent's going to get in for 2. Fine. We only have 13 minutes left. There's another Laguna Band. Play land. Going to attack. We're going to take it. Okay, Retriever, Retriever. Sacrifice the Retriever. Get back the Bauble. Play the Wellspring. Crikey, my arm. Okay, play the Bauble. Okay, so now we have a bunch of stuff on the bottom, right? It doesn't really matter anymore. Now I can actually start Deadly Disputing stuff. Just looking for my win con. Dispute this. Holy moly. Make it green. I'm gonna lag out, I think. Play the Marauder. The Star. Make this for black. There it is. Golden Foundry. We'll just Blood Fountain back the 2 Retrievers. And play them. And they scooped it up. Thank you. So given that we are low on time, possible that I want the Golden Foundry over the 4th Weather the Storm or Refractor. So I guess I'm going to take it over the 4th Weather the Storm. Submit. Maybe we're not that low on time. Okay, this is not keepable, I don't think. Just the 1 swamp. Mulligan. We have 2 lands. And an expedition map. I'm going to keep this, put back the Reckoner's Bargain. Opponent plays turn 1 Vault Scourge again. Let's play this land. They get in for 1. That's not that powerful. Maybe they were looking to have an All That Glitters in 2nd land, but they didn't draw the land. A little bit scary. They have a 2nd land. Cartouche post-combat, so they must have messed up. Play map, pass the turn. They play Sentinel's Eyes and attack for 4. We're at 16. On a Reckoner's Bargain, I think I want to Deadly Dispute the map. Okay, that worked out for me. Play the Mirror Retriever. So now I can block and get back the map and then go map for tower. 6 damage. Okay. We play this Chromatic Star and pass the turn. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. This is 6 damage. They're just going to attack for 6. Okay. No blocks. We'll go to 3. Reckoner's Bargain, the Mirror Retriever, getting back the map. Do they have Disruption? We're going to go to 5 life. This kind of seems like they have the thing to exile a card from the graveyard. They have Beck and Apparition. We still draw 2. Find a map anyway. Map. Rack. Tower. Play the tower. We have to crack for green. Cast Weather the Storm. Pass the turn. So we're getting 6. So they need +3 damage, and we die. And then we also need a way to gain a bunch of life. So we need like a Deadly Dispute. We need a lot. This is not going to happen. I think we're going to die this flyer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, sadly we are just dead here. Did not really work out. Oh well. Going back to the altar list. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. There's some things I'm not sure about, like, do I want teachings? And if you look back at the metagame right now, I think that the metagame is pretty harsh on graveyard-based combo because they already are trying to take out Terror, so it might not be the wisest choice at the moment. I do like having the Wizard's Rockets, it was pretty cool, but maybe we just trim some of these for more Wellsprings and another Reckoner's Bargain and just go like really, really hard on draw spells with teachings as well. You know, there's a lot of room to think about it, but I will be putting out a sideboard guide for what I think is probably the correct list, and appreciate everybody that checked out the video and checks out the Patreon. We'll see you in the next video.